Yo, what's up everybody? Crazy Out CAYNE. CAYNE.com CACTV with the legend here.
Hey!
Josh Boogie in the place. We're out Cabda. That's right, Cabda. The bike show, the trade show for everybody to check out. We're gonna go in here and see what's new and cracking with the bicycle industry. And we're gonna go in here and see what's up. Right there. What's going on? What's up?
Just camping around.
Alright, what's going on? Good, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got chips representing. Got the groupie, the Red Bull. Oh, got the pretzels.
Got the Red Bull and vodka.
Oh, okay. You got a nice little mix. What? Representing. So real quick, tell me about the booth. What's going on for this year?
Oh man, I'm the worst person to ask because I just pack the boxes and send them out. But we have new brands this year that we're distributing. We're a distributor along with, we have 3 in-house brands. So we got Merit, Theory, and Rixon. Rixon is our new...
It's Bill Perry's company, right?
Here. Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. In with Mike Brennan and Sean Curran. So we got the new products up there. We try and do everything. We love all the bikes. We got it all from the Bike Life bikes to BMX bikes. We do KMC now. Anything, everything. Tools, brake pads, whatever you need, we got it.
Right.
That's what we try and go for. Like I said, I'm the worst person to talk to, but these are our 2 sales guys right here. Chris Riesenberger, been in the business almost 30 years.
15 distribution, so we do... We own Rixon Bikes, our new bike company. We're gonna have complete bikes coming this spring. 29-inch and 20-inch to start, so 27.5s.
Nice.
We own Theory Parts. We own Merit BMX, and then we distro a bunch of brands like we do. ODI, Kool Stop, Maximum Air. We do Ride Out Supply, which is one of the hugest companies in bike life right now.
Right.
We do KMC chains, is fresh, brand new, single speed, multi-speed stuff. Trying to do a little bit of everything, not be just BMX, just trying to be a normal distribution company. So
gotta expand.
Something a little different. And not a little bit different of a business plan than most people, trying to cater to BMX because that's where we love and that's where our hearts are at. But at the same time, we can sell 10-speed chains to everybody too. So and then we got Loretta in here to bring all the girls into the group.
Yep, the cuteness right there. Got the cuteness going on. So how is the industry doing? Are we? There's different pockets of the industry. How is this pocket?
There's definitely different pockets to the industry. We had a really good year last year, no complaints, but not every brand can say the same. I think a lot of people misread COVID really bad and are still paying for it, and unfortunately that's probably going to keep going on for quite a while. But we don't have those problems, so it's kind of nice. Especially with Rixon, we're kind of starting fresh, so we don't have to deal with any of that. It puts us at a huge advantage right now. But at the end of the day, BMX ain't going nowhere, cycling ain't going anywhere. There's a lot of fatalistic attitudes around about, the industry's gonna die, it's dead, it's... This is what we do, man. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna ride bikes, so it can't die as long as we never let it. So.
What do you think was the thing that you did that brought you through the COVID down, the backlash? And
talking to bike shops, I think that's a lost art, really. A lot of the sales guys just email and nobody has a conversation anymore. And I think talking through it and treating the shops like they're really your partners is the key to success. You're not going to understand what they're going through emailing them stuff. You got to actually call and talk to people, and you got to live it right alongside of them. And that's what we try to do and be different. And I think it really sets us apart. It's one of the few distros that still call people. There's a couple people out there, but most people just send you an email or a text, but I don't know. I'm old school. Somebody told me I'm a boomer because I still talk to people on the phone.
Right.
I'm okay with that though.
Is it an advantage to be an independent as opposed to being like a major brand?
I think so. I think corporations have a lot of rules and processes, and there's not always a lot of common sense in those processes. You write the rules, you can change the rules. So I think being smaller and being actual riders, we can adapt a lot quicker than most people can. Just because the process says that we're supposed to do this doesn't mean that that's what we have to do. And we know that. And I think you got a lot of sales guys chasing sales numbers and sales goals, and they're not being profitable in their products and doing that. I say this all the time. Businesses run on profits, not on overall sales. So if I sell $10 million worth of stuff that I paid $10 million for, I'm not a millionaire.
Exactly. You're not winning.
Yeah, and I think that for some reason, but if you're a sales guy and nobody's paying attention and you're just trying to hit that sales goal, nobody knows the difference. You know what I mean? And, we had a really great, profitable year, but we also don't have anything on sale. We haven't really. In the last 2 years, we've done Black Friday sales, not directly to the consumer, only to the bike shops, and we try to keep our stuff valuable. Like I think a lot of people have lost the value. If you have bikes on sale for 2 or 3 years, your perceived value of the bikes goes way down. So I think people have to do a better job of. Even if you over-order, doesn't mean you got to blow it out. You know what I mean? You can take your time and sell through it. We all had some problems, I still have stuff I wish I had less of. But I don't put it on sale, though. Just kind of ride it out. You made a mistake. It is what it is. My name is Chris Riesenberg. I'm head of sales here. Rider-owned company. Everybody rides bikes. And that's the way we're going to keep it. I'm on sugarcane.com right now. Check it out.
Say back to you, Billy.
All right, back to you, Billy.
What's going on? Good to see you. All right. Now. Got some treats. You got the ramp, too, look. Just ramp right up into the back of your car. 10 players, more e-bike action.
Yeah, hey, we're Jackrabbit, and we make this micro e-bike. We came out with this a few years ago. We make other bikes. We have a bike making history, but we kind of realized that scooters have their downsides, and full-size bikes are just overkill sometimes. So we kind of made this new thing, super lightweight. This is our OG2 model. It's 25 pounds. It's just ridiculously light. I'll show you. Here's the battery for them. This is the battery. Each of these batteries is 10 plus miles. We do sell a bigger battery that's 24 miles, but you can just pop batteries in and out. And it has a 300 watt motor. There's no pedals on this thing. You just kind of jump on it and go. It's super accessible. Anybody can ride this. But this is for big dudes, small people, whatever. Doesn't matter. The U.S. Olympic rugby team bought a fleet of these. The NFL rides these. A lot of Supercross, pro Supercross riders ride these because you can just, again, get on them and go. They get really tiny. This is flat mode, 7 inches wide now.
That's cool.
This is how, just stores up against, the wall, put it behind a sofa, put it under a sofa, put it under your bed, hang it from a coat rack. New York City's a big market for us. These are because they have big tires for their size and their weight. So it goes over bumps and everything really well. They're just fun and useful. You can fly with these. We sell a travel bag. You can take them on airplanes. People do it all the time. And yeah, we're here to kind of like transform how people get around, basically.
Right. So you went with the pegs instead of pedals because of just to be able to flip it up, or the convenience of it?
Well, for several reasons. I mean, one is just kind of like this is a transportation machine. Pedals are great. Full-size bikes are great. They're meant for kind of like pedaling and getting a little if you're a hardcore cyclist and you do it for exercise, Of course, right? You won't get much exercise on this, right? If you're a really long distance commuter and you're commuting for like 20 miles to work and 20 miles back, pedals can make sense, But we ultimately realized, from our standpoint, pedals. If you remove pedals, you move the chain, the cranks, everything. You have a lower maintenance bike. These slide behind the front seat of any car. The pedals, the chain does not get anything dirty or snag on anything because there is no pedals and chain, right? And it's just super low maintenance and super easy to ride. Like between scooters and full-size bikes. Right. We don't like small wheels. Scooters we think are only a certain amount of people can ride a scooter. They're like, the wheels are like this big. You got to really pay attention. If you hit a small pebble, you might be in trouble. These roll over everything, and so this is kind of like all the benefits of scooter without the negatives of scooters, all the benefits of a full-size bike without the negatives of a full-size bike. I mean, you can fit 3 of these in the trunk of a Tesla Model 3. Right. You can fit 2 in the trunk of a Corvette. And a Corvette trunk is tiny.
5 of them in the
You can fit 18 in a minivan, because I've done it before, yeah. Hotels carry them, for their guests to use,
and
because...
they're convenient, to get around the short distances and stuff like that.
Yeah, full-size bikes, I mean, like, with women and with various folks, like, they're top-heavy, they're kind of like high center of gravity. We say from 9 to 90, from... you need to be able to reach the brake, you need to have good education on it. But, from 9 to, and we do have riders in their 90s that ride this as well. We walk into bars and restaurants with these. They're like, those are cool. And then we just storm over on the side. So yeah, I'm Jason Kanegi. I'm CEO of Jackrabbit. This is the Jackrabbit OG2. That's the Jackrabbit XG. MSRP of $1,750 and of $1,250. Jackrabbit.bike is our website. We're on sugarcane.com. And come find us and come test ride at Jackrabbit. We'd love to talk to you and love to experience at Jackrabbit. Back to you, Billy.
Cargo bike action right here. It's pretty fresh. Have the networking breakfast area. FidLock representing right here.
Russell Anderson from FidLock, German born, out of Hanover, Germany. And the great thing, the fun thing about FidLock is everything we do uses magnets.
Nice.
How cool is that? What we do when you boil it all down is we connect one thing to another with magnets. So this is our base. This will go on any bike. And this is our bottle. And watch it connect. Once it brings it together, it'll stay on. So you can drop it directly on the base. To disengage, it takes a different action. So in this case, you've got to twist. Otherwise, it won't come apart. Once this is on, it's on. You might destroy your bike. I promise this will still be the last thing on it. As you can see, it comes in a number of different shapes and sizes, but all those bottles will fit on this base.
Nice.
So it's modular. So this is what we refer to as the pin clip. This allows you, if you've ever used a GoPro, the big challenge with a GoPro is not the GoPro itself, but it's getting from one mount to the next mount to the next mount. Again, what we do is we bring 2 things together. So this system right here, you mount your GoPro here. This is our base. It connects with the magnet, and once it's on there, it comes with 2 bases. So you can move this from your helmet to a chest mount to a tripod mount if you have a tripod, etc., etc. And it allows you to do all of that within seconds.
Nice.
So no unscrewing, no losing the little gaskets, etc., etc. So super easy and very petite. You pull this up and it pops right out.
Nice.
And then to put it back together, comes right on. This is our saddle bag. So this is the pin clip. So same mount. So if you had this mount, you could put it on this. So if you wanted to put this underneath your saddle and film people driving up behind you, you could film while you're cycling. This bag though that comes with this system comes with one of our magnetic fasteners right here. Disengage. 100% waterproof. Plenty of storage. And the way you disengage it is just by pulling this strap. Pops right out.
That's cool.
Super simple, and then as you can see, strong magnets hold it together with a mechanical lock. Hey everybody, it's Russell Anderson with FidLock USA at Cabda East on sugarcane.com. Back to you, Billy.
We have ride suspension service right here. This is the Energy Catrike, is that how you say it? E-powered recumbent, nice. You got bulls right here with the e-bike action going on. All the team. Move your bikes up. That looks nice. Wow. Been good?
Yeah, chillin'.
Yeah. Representing right. We got the boys from Valley Stream. Representing right here. What's good? What's good? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. All right, good to see you too. Yep. Pretty much, more or less. All kind of good treats right over here. Really nice road bike frames. Fresh looking right here. It's a track bike. Here, Incumbent, Sunseeker. It's an e-bike, it looks like. It's got a battery. Action. Baja is pretty dope. I'm digging this Baja right here. It's got a little bit of every bike's flavor in here. You got the fat bike, fat tires, so it's a fat bike. E-bike accessory, little BMX bike. Mountain bike. Of course, they're gonna have the e-bikes. E-bus and make it help. Those are fresh. Test it out, huh? You testing it out, make sure it works? Yeah. There it is, there it go. Little bike. What you need, they got it. This is like some military type style. Bike right here. This is fresh. We have a little video here. Delta. This is huge. More e-bikes. The Tuvia e-bike. With a pretty cool design. Pretty used bikes. Yo, we are here at the Kool Stop booth. That's where all the cool people are hanging out right now. Look. We got all kind of cool people hanging out here at the booth, representing.
I'm checking out. I usually do the Bike Jumble, which is a bike flea market coming up May 10th. You heard it here first on Crazy Al CAYNE.
That's right. How do they find you?
www.nybikejumble.com.
Tijon named Tuned Bike Shop, Brooklyn. You know, checking out, seeing what's going on.
See what's new. Surprised to see this guy. It's been like 5 years.
It's like a little reunion we have in here right now.
We're at 291 Nevins in Brooklyn. Instagram is tune.by.
Nice. All right, it's your time, yo. It's time.
I'm hanging out with Sugar Cane.
Here, get in the booth a little bit. Here we go. We represent Kool Stop right now.
All right. This is Tuned.
Get in there.
Hanging out at the Kool Stop booth with sugarcane.com.
Yeah.
Back to you, Billy.
Yo, it's Harry Schwartzman with www.nybikejumble.com at Cabda. Yeah.
Where you at though? You in the Kool Stop
I'm at
booth?
the Kool Stop booth.
Yeah.
The cool guys.
We keep it cool at the Kool Stop.
It's the first Kool Stop product.
From back in the
day.
day.
You could tell it's
legendary stuff here.
The Vans, look at that. I mean, that's straight out of the 80s, you know?
And they still make them. They still get them. We have a celebrity right here representing.
There you go. Tim with Kool Stop. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to Cabda, New Jersey.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new brake pads come out every year. The manufacturers come out with new disc shapes every year, so we've got to react and have aftermarket replacements, high quality aftermarket disc brake pads ready when the systems hit the market.
I see you got the Kool Stop hats, what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they
got hats and beanies, t-shirts.
T-shirts, they got stickers and all that good stuff.
It's parts and accessory. I mean, we're very happy selling brake pads and manufacturing brake pads, so it's what we do. We're good at it. So
you're always gonna need brakes.
Absolutely.
So it don't matter if it's COVID or whatever. It could be the world could be falling apart. You're gonna need to stop at some point. So business is gonna be good for you guys. So that's what's up.
Absolutely. Ride safe. Sugarcane.com. Thank you.
how's life? How's the bike life going for you?
It's good. It's good. I've actually been working a ton, so I haven't been riding as much as I want to be, but that's okay.
Nice.
It's okay. I have to make the money to be able to ride, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's good. Otherwise, though, I'm back in action. My leg feels a lot better than it did before. I'm not broken anymore, and I feel like I need to knock on wood just to be safe.
Right.
But yeah, I'm happy to be here at Cabda. That's for sure. It's cool to see all our friends.
Nice. So, out of your whole journey in this BMX thing, what was some of your monumental moments? I know one or two, but what are some of the moments, like your most memorable moments?
Oh man, well my proudest moment is obviously the loop.
The loop.
The loop is my all-time, didn't know I could do that and somehow nailed it, which was really cool. I feel like a lot of the things I've done have just been really big tries for me, and I think that's my favorite part, is that even if I know that I don't necessarily have any business trying something, and I still try it just to get a little bit farther or closer to the goal. I think that's huge for me. So I feel like there's been so many monumental moments for me, and mostly it's because of our community.
Right.
Everyone's so excited and fun and just wants to see the sport progress and excel, and when they see someone really going after someone, they get behind them, which is cool to me. So even just Rumble at Richmond, when I got to try the big gap, that's probably not something I should have gone after, but I was interested, and I figured if I can visualize what I can do, go after it. And I feel like everyone blamed it on my sprocket because it wasn't big enough.
Right.
But I don't know. I just don't know if I knew how to hit it yet.
Right.
But even just being able to pedal at that, I think if I figured out the correct way to pedal at it, held my speed, and then just tried a little bit harder, I probably would have gotten it. But I actually got hurt right before, so I had to stop. But honestly, I was so okay with just giving it a go and seeing what would happen. That
you never know until you try.
Exactly, those tries are the most monumental for me. So that and I don't know, just being around all the people that we love to see at every event.
I mean, you keep it exciting. There's certain riders in the game that whenever you go someplace, you just get really excited when they're there. You're one of those people. For sure. Yeah, definitely. And you never know what you're gonna get. What was it? Where was you at? Were you did the backflip into the water?
Oh, that was the
jump?
Find Your Fight Jam.
Yeah.
And I had no business trying that either. I don't know. I'm one of those people that there's a lot of faith in just giving it a go for me, and that in itself, it's the planning phase of a vacation. Like the hype up, the excitement is enough to fuel me to try something new. And the people that are Joce, you're so close, just try again. But also that success feeling of hey, I am that close. I want to keep trying. But yeah, that backflip, that was my second backflip ever. I'd never done anything. I think my first one was that I sort of figured it out at I think it was the edge. And then after that, I was I guess I probably should learn these. But the funniest part about that was that I actually blew out my eardrum and was a bartender at the time. Oh, wow. So my customers thought it was both annoying and hilarious that I couldn't hear the orders that they needed from me. Hilarious. It's obviously being in a loud bar when I'm trying to take orders with an eardrum, and they're like, "What did you do?" So I show them the video, and they're like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, but that was, I don't know. There's been so many things that I am so thankful for this journey so far. It's just done really awesome things for my own personal inspiration, and just I don't know, we're really incredible beings, and if we really put our mind to it, we can do a lot of cool stuff.
How is your impact on women, girls? Have you seen an impact, any reception on that?
I mean, I like to say yes. I mean, hopefully I make more of an impact every day, just being on my bike and inspiring people. And I'm lucky enough to have a lot of people that have come up to me, men and women, who have said, Joce, I started riding my bike because you made it seem like it was easy to pick up at a later age too. And I mean, we have such an incredible community, and we're so close and small, but that's such a good thing because it also is, there's a lot of love behind it. So the cool part is that there is really no limit to who else can come in. And I mean, I like to say that I've impacted a lot of women and inspired a lot of people in general. I mean, hopefully I have. People tell me that I have, but it's cool to actually feel like it.
I mean, I think you have, You know, you also have websites like Blossom and stuff like that coming
Bloom,
up now.
yep, Bloom.
Bloom, I'm
Yep.
sorry,
No,
Bloom
that's okay.
coming up, you know, so I think that, you know, you have all the girls now getting into the Olympics and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
it's just inspirational watching you guys, because, you know, like I said, us old guys, when we were coming up, very far and few, and now there's like a whole squad of y'all, you know?
Yeah.
With BMX freestyle, dirt, and BMX racing, so it's just inspirational to see,
Yeah,
like the
thank
progression.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
They've done a really amazing job. It's been really cool to see. They highlight everybody and all different skills, all different levels, all different ages, and it's boosted our community even harder. But I don't know. I think like if you can inspire someone to pick up a bike, no matter their age or their skill level, I think that's huge. Especially because just riding in general is such a happy thing, and it's such a good mental health outlet too.
This is Crazy Out CAYNE.
Hey, I'm Joce.
And we're here at the 15 distribution merit booth here at Cabda 2025. 2025, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Time is flying. We're on sugarcane.com. Back to you, Billy.
Checking out these really cool devices here. I got Terrell representing for Bike Caddy. He's gonna let us know all about what the situation is here.
Yeah, this is a device I invented that helps you get your bike inside of a car and manage it like that. The single unit, one of the use cases could be that for like folks that don't have like a lot of upper body strength and they want to get their heavy e-bike into the back of their car, they could put it on this rack, which just takes 2 straps, and then basically put one end into the back of the SUV and then roll it in there. Then it keeps the bike all protected. The other use case is the same bike caddy can turn into a bike stand for repairing.
Nice.
Basically fold it in half and it turns into a bike repair stand. That's going to be an option that's offered like for something you can purchase with it if you want to make that into it. And then also looking at doing a dual bike version for folks that want to have 2 bikes and their cars are big enough for it. You can haul 2 bikes. A lot of folks, if they want to put 2 bikes in the back of a car, have to use carpets and take the wheels off, and this allows them with 3 straps and wheel it right into their vehicle.
So like a full-size road bike like this, what type of SUV does this actually work in?
So this is a mock-up of a Chevy Traverse.
Okay.
So essentially this is the envelope that you would work with a Chevy Traverse, and then that's roughly with the seats all folded down what you would be working with.
Gotcha.
And it does give you a little room still to store stuff in the back. Whereas if you just laid them down, they would take up the whole floor space, so it gives you a little room to also put your luggage and stuff in there.
And then, of course, if you have like, you know, 2 kids' bikes or like a BMX bike or a cruiser, something shorter than this, then you have a little more options as far as cars and stuff.
Yep.
Do they have them in smaller lengths or are they all the same length?
So this is the first version, and it would fit like the big 29-inch bikes. We want to come up with a smaller version for smaller bikes, and then even versions that are even shorter where you would have to take their front tire off, but then you'd be able to get into like a CRV or a RAV4 or something like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're just trying to get it rolled out there and let people know about it. This is a product that we're also just handing out to folks that are visiting our website. But we sell these. They're a travel soap case I invented. It's got patented vents in it that let the soap dry out, but it doesn't leak. Very sturdy construction. It's got silicone strap, holds your soap. Got a little card in there.
Oh, it comes with a card too. That's pretty cool.
And it's got a little handle on it so you can hang it in the shower, and very durable too. You can also set it up on its side too. It's got little feet, so it saves up a little space for it.
I'm definitely using that in the bathroom.
Oh, very good.
That's going right in the bathroom.
Very good. So I'm Terrell Teague from Port Near, and this is the Bike Caddy. And we're here at Cabda 2025, and check out Sugarcane, the website. Back to you, Billy.
Yeah. As you know, on the website, we always love when artists do bike-inspired stuff. I love promoting stuff like that. And we have my man here, James, representing. He has a big booth full of some really nice pieces. We're going to talk to him real quick. So tell us about your stuff.
In a nutshell, I used to be a professional cyclist for pretty much most of my life. was sponsored from the 80s on through just up until like 2 years ago. Started painting after getting hit by, unfortunately, a drunk driver. Shattered my hip and my tibia and fibia. I was laid up for 6 months, not sure if I was even going to be able to walk again. I love cycling. I needed something to do to help my recovery. Would wake up every morning and wheel myself over to in my wheelchair over to some canvas, and I was able to get up and pretend that I was going out for a bike ride every day just by painting images. So it helped speed my recovery. And sharing my love and my stoke for cycling, I figured I'd have a booth here, and if any of the people here are like me, they'll see a value in some of this.
Nice. Well, before we get into art, are you riding again at all after your injury? You good now?
Yeah, I'm back. It took me about 6 months where I really honestly didn't think I'd ever even walk again. I was on a podium in a national championship. Pretty much just had my staples and everything just taken out, so I had no business getting back on a bike at that kind of level, but you know, old habits die hard.
Does this sculpt some of the photos, some inspiration behind your photos and things like that?
You know what? I truly love cycling. I'm a big fan of like kids racing and bicycle racing, of course, and anything two wheels is fascinating to me. So a big interest of mine is chasing little kids around at bike races because it keeps me at bike racing.
Right.
And it inspires me when I see young people wound up about the sport. I've been wound up about it my whole life, and I will never stop being wound up about two wheels. And again, it's just to share the stoke, man. That's pretty much all it is.
What made you choose this style of art and using thick ink and stuff like that? What chose this medium here?
Okay, I'm all about recycling and repurposing. So my bigger canvases, I'll buy from like the Goodwills and things like that. I'll go in and use my senior citizen discount, get some painting that someone gave up for less than nothing. I'll repaint it. I'll cover it, and then I'll just start another image on it. And I use a lot of paint that I will get from like Sherwin-Williams and home painting stores that recycle paint. They're going to dump it. So I'll gather their paint, and I use a lot of stuff like that because it matches most people's home colors.
Right.
Because I found that after a while, if you paint with super vibrant colors, people will like your stuff, but they'll say something like, it doesn't fit the walls of my house.
Right.
Well, these are pretty much home paints with a slight modification to the hues of the tints. So I'm hoping that there's something here for everyone. It just keeps me involved in cycling. It keeps me excited about the sport. It keeps me wanting to be at events, bike racing events. And it urges me to stay in shape because, you know, as you get older, you're supposed to get better, right?
Right. So check this out. Since you do art, you know, we cover a lot of art and illustration and comic book things like that on the website. Do you have any comic books that you read? Any?
You know what? I started out reading comic books. Big fan of comic books. I won't lie about that. I used to collect them. I used to draw them, and that was just for passion.
Right.
And I never really got good enough to work for a comic book producer. But a lot of I went to the High School of Art and Design in Manhattan.
Okay.
So a lot of my friends draw and ink for comic books today. But I was more into the fine arts aspect of things.
What was your first bike? First type of bike?
My first bike that I remember that stuck out well was an Apollo 5 Speed.
Okay.
It had the slick rear wheel and a semi-knobby front wheel with the stick shift.
Yes.
And outside of that, just whatever I could piece together from the neighborhood. I used to be one of those kids that would ride around and see junk locked up to a pole, take parts, and just my basement was filled with boxes of old swag, and I used to Frankenstein bikes. Just throw bikes together with choppers and ape hanger bars, and you know, just to have fun, man.
So were you nice? So back then, you know, the slick tire in the back, the big thick slick tire in the back. How far did you used to skid back in the day? Because that's the skidding tire right there.
Yeah, that's the skidding tire and the jumping over milk crates.
Right.
I used to, you know, just like you. We thought we were the best at jumping milk crates and skids.
Right.
Yeah, give me a bike. I'll leave a skid this whole runway. They'll throw us out of here.
Put that on third gear.
Yeah, we don't want to get thrown out for skidding up the place. And they'll be like, oh, it makes sense because this guy's skid marks.
Right there. There it is. That's the tie-in right there, y'all. That's the tie-in right there.
Yeah.
So, now, one thing I do see missing from the art, I don't see no BMX-inspired art here.
Okay. You're right.
So we have to make that happen because
You're right.
you know, on the website we cover BMX mostly.
You're right.
So
You're right.
There's BMX missing
and
here.
I tell you what, I've just started looking at a bunch of BMX images. I'm collecting a bunch of images to get my I didn't race BMX. I didn't ride BMX. So
right.
just to see what actually makes the grade for BMX. So as soon as that's on the agenda.
Okay.
If I sell a whole bunch of these, that's coming off the easel next.
All right. So you heard it here first, y'all.
That's the truth. If I sell a bunch.
James said, but see, he put a caveat though. He said if I sell enough of these, then he gonna do the BMX. So we'll be waiting for that. And when you do something like that, I definitely want you to contact me because I like to feature, BMX art, BMX inspired art on the site. So if you got something that's BMX inspired, or even that's BMX in a way, early BMX. Yeah. This right here, so y'all know on the camera. That's early BMX right there. So if you do something like that, definitely hit me up because I want to, feature on the site and let people know about it.
I'd be glad to, man.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what's up, man. I wasn't expecting to see a booth like this at this event. Anybody out there who does bike-inspired things as far as art, as far as anything bike-inspired, you might want to think about coming to an event like this. You never know what could happen. You have different people at different shops looking for things to sell in their stores, and this is the place for you to do that. So, big shout out to you for coming here and adding something different to the event. Actually,
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
You gotta get on this BMX though.
I will. I promise. That's a promise. So my name is James Bethia. We're at the Cabda Bike Show. My booth is called Skid Marks Fine Art. And thanks to sugarcane.com for throwing me on. I appreciate you, bro. Now back to you, Billy.
Yeah. Full face helmets by Bluegrass. And we have Joe right here representing, and she's going to tell us all about these full face helmets.
Yeah, so let's start with the Legit, which is our top end full face downhill helmet with a carbon construction. It's also ASTM certified, and ASTM is the only certification on the market where you actually have the chin guard that's tested. And of course, that's really important if you're wearing a full face helmet to have the chin guard tested.
Nice.
In the design of the helmet, we have a really wide open field of vision, so you can fit the majority of the goggles on the front of the helmet there. We have a flex injected visor, so if there's an impact from the front, the visor will break off, but it will also absorb the impact, so it's minimizing the transfer of the forces to the neck, which is really important. The chin guard has also been designed in a way to give the best balance between stiffness and movement, so when you have an impact from a certain angle towards the cheekbone or the face, the design is very rigid and helps to absorb that impact as well.
Nice.
You've also got different thicknesses for the padding. You've got a double D lock, chin guard's well ventilated. You have also MIPS internally as well, really nice clean finish on the internals of the helmet, and then you've also got some really well placed ventilation over the ears so that your hearing's also not compromised.
Nice.
Okay, and then if we go over to the Vanguard, this is a slightly different design. Actually, the goal of this helmet was to have something that felt more like that gave the security of a downhill helmet like this one. But to really improve the ventilation, the weight, because obviously this is quite a bit heavier. Here you're around about 1,000 grams. Here we're around about 660 grams roughly. So you have on the chin guard, it's around about the same depth on this chin guard as you have on the Legit, so your full jawline's really wrapped, so really, really well protected. But what we've done that's really special is we have a fully open vent, and then the cheek pad has been designed in a C shape so that actually leaves the chin guard fully open, so it's extremely breathable. So you don't have any of the ventilation that's blocked by a cheek pad, for example. It's also ASTM certified, so it's also with the chin guard that's tested. You have the same features on the visor as you have also on the other full face helmet. One other thing that's different about this is it's also NTA certified. So NTA certification is the one that most people in North America would refer to as the EMTB, but it actually comes from Holland for the speed pedelecs. The main benefit for the end user is that that's a much harder test to certify compared to normal CPSC certification. So more of the helmets tested is tested at much higher impact speeds. So if a helmet passes that, then it's also a much better let's say it's tested to a higher safety standard than normal CPSC. So Bluegrass is part of the Met family. So Met is the main brand where we have product from everything from Tadej Pogacar's helmet to top-end MTB, like the parachute here, all the way down to kids and urban. Whereas Bluegrass is more focused on gravity riding. Okay. So the Parachute MCR, the Parachute has a long history in the Met brand. We were one of the first brands many years ago to bring out a removable chin guard full face helmet. And it's had quite a few iterations since we first launched it. Now to this one called the MCR. And this is the only helmet, full face helmet that's on the market with a removable chin guard where you actually have magnets that join the chin guards. Show you how it works. So we have two FidLock magnets, one on each side of the helmet. So all you have to do is unscrew that on each side. And then pop it off. So you actually have two helmets in one. So this is ideal for any type of rider who's looking for additional protection. Maybe they don't want to have the expense of a full face helmet plus a nice open face helmet. And with this, once you take the chin guard off, the base helmet's also really nice when it's on the head. Also gives really good coverage. And you have essentially two helmets in one. This helmet's also ASTM certified, so the chin guard's also been tested. And internally you have MIPS also, and you have a BOA retention system as well. Hi, my name's Jo. I'm from Met Helmets and Bluegrass Helmets. I'm here at Cabda with sugarcane.com. There we go. Back to you, Billy.
Yeah. I got Will, right? We got Will representing right here. He's going to tell us about the booth, but we know we're going to talk about them full-face helmets, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, thanks for coming by the booth. You know, we're having a good time here at 2025 Cabda, man. Yeah. Another year. But yeah, things are good. We got new locks that we're bringing out to the market. We've got some new U-locks. We got a reboot on one of our old classics of the U-lock being a grinder-resistant U-lock. We got some new chains.
Is that it right there?
That is it, yep.
Yeah, let's bring that over.
It's a beast.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Need some good arm strength for that one.
Yes, yeah, it's a kettlebell workout on that. So, yeah, it's a grinder-resistant U-lock. It does weigh 5 pounds. You can get it with a bracket to attach it to the back of your bike rack as well. But what we do is we coat this shackle and the body of this with tungsten steel. So it slows down grinder wheels extremely fast.
Nice.
Very hard to get through. So this retails for $299, and if you want the bracket, it's another $30 more for that as well.
Nice.
But yeah, then we got helmets as well. We're talking about full face helmets.
Yeah.
We've got our lightest, we've got our most breathable airdrop helmet right there.
Nice.
Comes with 2 different pads so you can dial in the fit around your cheekbones. And then these 2 down here are our downhill ASTM rated helmets. So if you're going fast and you're going to hit hard, or you're just riding that one wheel through the city, that's the helmet you need right there.
Now AST, is that better than DOT approved and all that stuff? DOT was a big one.
DOT is strictly obviously Department of Transportation for motorcycles. These are still bike related, but ASTM is a type of rating and testing engineered, geared towards downhill rating, downhill impact, crashing on rocks as well.
Okay.
So I can't say that you don't want to wear an ASTM helmet on your motorbike, but in the same sense, if you look back in the X Game days, guys like Matt Hoffman, they used to use a DOT motorbike helmet on half pipe, super pipe, and all that.
Right.
So looking at backwards compatibility of DOT, the bike is fine, may just be a little bit heavier, where the ASTM is really more lighter for the bike end of it as well. So this helmet does come with 2 sets of pads. So we do a thin and a thick set of pads, so that basically sits in close to your cheekbones, gives you a snugger fit. You can dial it in a lot better. Helmet comes in a small, medium, or a large, extra large fitment with that. So we got lots of ventability. We got a breakaway visor on this as well. There's a spot up in here for your GoPro, specifically designed for that, as well as a dial adjustment in the back. So you can really get that comfortable at the base of your neck there as well. And we use a D-ring system to strap that across your neck. Nice, wide, comfortable strap. You do not want a skinny little strap.
Right.
Because if you hit the deck hard enough, that will cut your throat.
Right. And I like the little peak accent in the back. You got the little peak accent back there.
Hits of visibility, yep. We're doing black, we're doing white. Whether or not we got a gray coming, that depends. You know, we try and offer 3 colors for that. But the U.S. market, we're just doing the conservative black and white colors with that. And that's just no contrasting color in the back, just black.
Looks nice.
It's a good set. Yeah, it's like a satin color. Holes over your ear. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but a lot of people don't realize with a full face helmet, it's hard to hear, and your ears are covered up. So we have a system designed to channel in sound to your ear, more of a safety feature with that.
As far as you guys sponsoring riders or supporting that side of things, because the racing community, we do wear full face helmets in the BMX racing world. Do you guys have any connection or any interest in stuff like that?
We do. We got an affiliate group, Remo.
Oh, that's right, Remo Dice.
Don't forget him. 'Cause I saw you at the Philly Pump Track. We were at the barbecue.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, he's the man, always hit me up. He's just like, yo, I want a new helmet. I'm just like, oh, got to find your size, you know. Not trying to drag my feet, but we do want to do stuff on a local level. We really want to get our marketing guy to interact with those teams more often like that. So we do have some of the airdrop helmets on the BMX squad. The guys are using that right now. But yeah, we take it on a case-by-case basis in the area, and we definitely want to give back because we're all riders anyway, so we want to see other people benefit from that as well.
He looked familiar, but I just couldn't remember exactly where it was. Where we met at was at the Philly Pump Track. Shout out to Jimmy Mack. You know, Jimmy
Rest
Mack
in peace,
peace.
Rest in peace, Jimmy.
Jimmy Mack, you know, he's connecting people, you know, even after, you know, he's connecting people. So,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty cool that we have Abus. I think when I first interviewed, it was just locks.
Abus, 91 years, industry leader. Make all the best locks in the world, including strongest U-lock you can find.
That's what you need, Abus. Get that security for your bike. Right here, sugarcane.com. This is a lock right here, right?
Yep.
I thought it was a toolkit, that's why.
Oh, right.
I thought it was like some kind of special toolkit. This is actually a lock. So let's see this right here.
Yeah. So it's like a chain. You can wrap it around your bike, wrap it around the bike rack. The good thing is it's easy to carry in your backpack. You can use the provided holder, strap it to your bike as well. So it holds it in there like a holster. Lock it in tight.
That's cool.
Yep. You get a strap kit that straps it to the down tube of your bike.
Then you got this little guy. What's this?
Travel guard, just a little mini lock. You go through airports, you want something for your backpack, it's quick and easy. Even your bike, you run in and grab a soda real quick at Wawa, you can just lock that up real fast. Nobody will run away with the bike. It's there in 5 minutes when you come back.
Right.
These retail for about $35, but they're stainless steel, they're super strong.
Nice.
Combo, so you can set it, you know, to whatever your favorite number is. This is kind of a cool little lock. Takes it's basically a chain, but it's got a spine inside to keep the chain from being floppy and falling all over the place. You can wrap it around your handlebars.
Nice.
It stays coiled up like that. Strength of a chain, flexibility of a U-lock, or rigidity of a U-lock. High visibility, especially at nighttime.
Nice. And you guys weren't really affected by the pandemic because everybody got locked their bikes up. So the more people got bikes, the more they locked them up. So you guys were all good.
Yeah, and all of our mid to high end locks, we still make in our factory in Germany. So there was no Chinese production hang up on on those specific locks. So we made everything we needed for the market to sell it to, and we're grateful to do our own in-house production now. It's in a factory outside of Frankfurt, Germany. Hey, this is Will at Abus. We're at the 2025 Cabda show here in Meadowlands, New Jersey. Here with Sugarcane, giving you the best of what's going on with locks, what's going on with helmets. Be sure to check them out. Yeah. Back to you, Billy.
We got Jim from Cabda right here representing, you know, working hard, moving banners and all kind of stuff, running around, making sure all the vendors are all good and okay. Tell us about the event. Tell us what's going on.
So this is Cabda East, which is the largest gathering of bicycle retailers on the East Coast. It's our 4th or 5th year here on the East Coast in New Jersey.
Right. I think I came to the first one.
The first one was in March of 2020, which was the perfect time to hold a trade show because nothing.
That's right, because that was March. That was right before everything shut down.
We were the last event held in North America before the shutdowns.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Yep. That was a crazy one.
Yeah. So unlike a lot of events that are catered to the public and to the end user, and there's tons of great demos and rides, our events are catered specifically toward retailers.
Right.
So all of our seminars and clinics, all of our tech stuff is solely for bike mechanics, shop owners, managers.
Right.
So we can dive into a lot of stuff that's it's a different subject matter than like the consumer products are.
Right.
We picked 3 different markets because that's where most of the bike shops are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How is that going? Like, what's the tone? You know, you see your stuff online.
Yeah.
A lot of things online can be clickbait. It's clickbait.
It's I'm not gonna lie, it's getting ugly.
Right.
It's not there's not a. I think between January of last year and this January, I think we lost probably 800 bike shops in North America.
Really?
I mean, a lot of them are business conditions. A lot of them are, you know, multi-generational family stores, and there's no one to take them over.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were people just, they hung on during COVID when times were good, and now they're just looking for a way to get out. But we're losing a lot. More coming on. Like they're not total loss. We probably picked up 300-400 new shops, and a lot of those are real specialized. So they got either BMX only, or they're repair only, or they're e-bike only, but they're smaller.
Right.
So everything is kind of becoming more nichified.
Nichified, is that a word? Did you make that up?
More niching.
Nichified. Well, I like that word though. Nichified.
Boutiqueified, maybe.
Boutiqueified.
Yeah,
Okay. With boutiqueification.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, widespread boutiqueification. Yeah.
Right.
But that's kind of what we're seeing. So that's, again, one of the reasons we do these events is we can get all sorts of different little companies,
right.
As opposed to like 3 or 4 big single companies, because I think the way the market's going is people are going to do their own thing very well, as opposed to trying to do everything kind of mediocre.
Right. Now, as far as vendors are concerned, what type of vendors are you looking for? I know you have different types of vendors, but I didn't see a whole bunch of BMX vendors. I didn't see a lot of independent shops or independent welders. Who are you looking for? Who would you like to see as a vendor in these spaces?
Anyone looking to do business with like independent bicycle retailers, mom and pop shops, brick and mortar shops, neighborhood shops. That's who we want to talk to.
Right.
We don't get a lot of turnout from the direct to consumer folks or the online folks, because that's not our bread and butter. Our bread and butter is the folks who find in a bike shop.
Right.
BMX is going through hard times too. You see it on the news. You see brands closing down or leaving North America.
Yeah.
There's going to be some consolidation, and we're fortunate to have great distributors. Like 15 Distribution was here, and they do a hell of a job representing like their individual brands that they do. So more of that would be great. We're going to have them in Chicago too. So anyone looking to reach a retail audience, please give me a call, send me an email, jim@cabda.com, and we'll take care of you. Thanks for coming out. I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
Big fan.
Appreciate it.
My name is Jim Kersten. I'm the show director at Cabda Expo.
Yeah.
Sugarcane.com.
Yeah.
Back to you, Billy.
Yeah.